Right, yes, you can see I swapped over pans because obviously this is the quicker pan here for the potatoes. They're both the way and they're quite nice now, which is good. My sausage is done. So the next thing to do now is obviously to, meanwhile, put them onto a plate, leave them pan on the heat. So let's take these up of here.
Where are you going? Can I come to? Tell me you don't walk away. Ooh, don't walk away. I wanna hear you say don't walk away. Tell me these are the words that I need to hear. Where are you going? Can I come to? Tell me you don't walk away. Ooh, don't walk away. Tell me you don't walk away. Ooh, don't walk away.
Good morning everyone, welcome to Monday. How are we all doing today? Yes, it's your first day back to school today, back to work. Good luck, take care, keep safe, hope it all goes well for you. I always find the first day back is always the worst, always that. Then once you get back into a routine of things, it all goes with the flow. So I hope, fingers crossed, we don't go into another full national lockdown, because that's supposed to be the rumour, isn't it? But just hearing on the news this morning, apparently the first person to get the second vaccine's got let today, someone in Oxford, so I hope, fingers crossed, that really helps. The boys are supposed to go back to school tomorrow. I haven't heard anything from school yet, so as far as I know, they can still go back, etc. I know probably there might be a few changes and things like that. So me and Stephen were saying yesterday, if Sammy has got a place, definitely going to send him, because not being nasty, these last 2 weeks at home, he's got so bored. I know he's got his new toys and things for Christmas, which he's played and stuff like that. But it's always nice for him to go back, see his friends, and obviously in the past, Sammy has struggled with his mental health in the past. That's another reason why he kept out mainstream school for, to be honest with you. And we've got that back on the level, which is absolutely fine. So we don't really want him to suffer with his mental health anyway, because obviously he started to suffer a bit with them. So let's have to cross that bridge before it comes to it. But we said if he does have to stop off, we're not going to let him play on his PlayStation and Switch all day. We do have to do some work. Obviously with Bam, we know for definite he'll have a place for definite, because obviously his class is vulnerable anyway. And so yeah, so we did say even if he doesn't make text in the mornings, we'll still take him in the afternoon. And not only that, it gives us a break from Ben, because not being nasty, with his breakdown, he has been so hard work. And also we've been told to keep his routine as much as possible, even if it goes this afternoon's at school, even though that's better than nothing. So but yeah, so hopefully it's only, fingers crossed, it's for 2 weeks anyway. So anyway, yeah, I'm gonna make myself a cup of tea now. I've got a few jobs to do in the house. I'll get all their school stuff ready for them, just in case they do go to school. Got a whole load of washing which I washed yesterday. And then this afternoon for tea, I could make a sausage casserole. I've got to make it for my Jamie Oliver recipe. It looks really nice. Got the ingredients and stuff like that. So anyway, guys, like I said, Sam's calling me now. Bless him. He's upstairs playing on my Crash Bandicoot game on his Switch. So yeah, as you can see, Ben's really happy again this morning. It's just really nice. He's been quite babbly, quite vocal, and he's been really noisy. He's really smiling, giggy. He's just come up to me the last few minutes and gave me a nice big kiss and a cuddle. Yeah, you're right, my darling. Mum will do some cheesy chips for tea when they're safe for dinner. You like cheesy chips, don't you? Mum will cook them in a minute, I think. So when Daddy comes home from work, they'll be there ready for us. But anyway, we're trying something different with Ben. I was speaking to a friend of mine, and she's I told her about the block is by now between his ear to his nose, which is, Ben, come here, darling. It was not this side, the other ear, which she does favour quite a lot, to be honest with you, when we clean his ears out and things like that. Look at some old vlogs. One was at Butlins back in 2010, 2011, and that's when he was holding his ears and things like that. So it's always been the same ear. That's where he's got the blockage, and obviously it did actually clear itself, because obviously we went to hospital and went to have the pre-op, and that's when they'd done a test and find it cleared. And I was speaking to her, and she said maybe the tube's narrowed, and of course I looked at all the Google and things like that, and what's been happening with Ben could be the same thing with that. So one of the suggestions was actually try antihistamine. So for today and yesterday we're trying on the course antihistamine, see if it works. Anything's worth a try, isn't it? And again, if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Something ruled off. Because it's a bit weird how a few months ago I went to the dentist and he had an abscess on his tooth. He put some antibiotics. It's weird, when he was on the antibiotics, he was actually fine. As soon as he come off the antibiotics, he went down the hill again. So, I don't know, it's just anything, isn't it, really? So, yeah, just coming up to check on Sammy. You alright, my darling?
Yeah.
You playing on? You playing on your PlayStation?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you was Mummy's game good? Crash Bandicoot?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mummy's got a new game. Mummy's has a new game from today as well. So now Mummy's got now for a Switch.
Oh.
She's got Sonic.
Well, I need to download that.
When we download, no, did you download nothing? No, because it's a game. You know, like Crash Bandicoot. Excuse me, if you finish with Crash Bandicoot, I'll have it back, please. I don't really like with keeping games. It's Mummy's game.
I'll take the game.
Oh, Sammy, Mummy's back to school. Yeah, you can go to school now, all right? Yeah, is that good?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's safe if you're getting bored at home, won't it? It's last week.
I'm back until Friday.
And then tomorrow until Friday, aren't you? Which is good. So, only problem is, it might not be the original teacher, but all your school friends are still going to be there. But you'll be right, that won't you?
All my original teachers.
Yeah. So you should be fine. Anyway, remember, also, Mum's doing cheetah chips for dinners, alright? Yeah? Cheetah chips, you like cheetah chips?
What are they having with them?
Well, what do you want with them?
Sharks and dinosaurs.
Want some dinosaurs? Because don't forget, Mum's doing sausage casserole for tea, alright?
I want frozen sausages.
Yes, I put frozen sausages in it. So yes, I'm about to do something different for tea. I'm about to make a sausage casserole. It's alright. The picture looks really, really nice. Obviously, it's come from my Jamie Muller book I got for Christmas. So obviously we do love sausages and things like that. And apparently these actually mashed potato dumplings, so it'd be quite interesting. Obviously all the stuff in here that we eat anyway. Obviously not putting the mustard in for definite because I don't like mustard. Obviously, yeah, so obviously you need sausages, potatoes, whole grain mustard, carrots, leeks, HV sauce, some mixed beans, and then also some plum tomatoes. Main thing is it did actually say for a casserole pan. I haven't got a casserole pan, so I've got one of these for now, but I have got my casserole just in the cupboard, so use that for that. So let's give this a go, see how it goes. So the first thing is place the sausages in the large non-stick casserole pan on the medium heat with 1 tablespoon of olive oil and brown for 10 minutes. I know I've got 12 here. I'm going to just use the 6, and there's another recipe in here Sam wants me to make, which is the pie. I think it is on here somewhere anyway, else at this page. He wants me to make that as well this week, so I can use the sausages for that. So anyway, yeah, so let's begin on doing this recipe. So yeah, so I've just got my sausages in here. I'm just turning them on. I've got cooking for 10 minutes. Obviously keep an eye on them so they don't stick and things like that as well. So what's my next job on here? Then meanwhile, peel the potatoes, chop into even sized chunks and cook in the large pan with boiling cold water for 15 minutes. So let's get on to the potatoes. I swapped over pans because obviously this is the quicker pan here for the potatoes. They're bubbling away and they're quite nice now, which is good. My sausages are done. So the next thing to do now is obviously to meanwhile put them onto a plate, leave the pan on the heat. So let's take these off of here. Push them down. There you go. Set. 3. Hopefully this will taste nice. 4, 5, 6. And then also chop up even sized chunks of the potatoes. So then drain, leave the steam with mashed brown mustard. Trim, wash and chop the carrots and leeks into 2 centimetre chunks, which I have done here. And then stir into the fat into the pan, cook 15 minutes until soft and stir them regularly. Add a splash of water if needed. That's a good old stir as well. I've never known about having to fry carrots that before either, so I know it's obviously going to re-cook in the oven anyway as well, so give that a good old mix for now. and leave it, like I said, leave it for 15 minutes. So yes, so my potatoes are done now, so I need to drain them, and then I need to steam dry them. I like steam the potatoes when they get all nice and fluffy, so I need to do that in a minute. And this is almost cooking, should I say, it's getting nice and soft now, which is good. And I need to have my brown sauce. It did say HP, but I haven't got any, so it has to be brown sauce. And then I need to add my tomatoes, and then my mixed beans, and also a tin of the water as well. So yes, I've got my little soup in here now. So you can see I've got my leeks, my carrots, my tin tomatoes, also a tin of water as well, and then also the mixed beans in here as well. So I'm waiting for it to come to the boil, which shouldn't be too long now. And then also I've put little slots in the sausages as well. So once this comes to the boil, I can pour this into my casserole dish and then add the sausages. Stephen is just doing the mashed potatoes on here now, and then the dumplings are made out of mashed potato. So yeah, so Stephen just came and said that looks nice actually, because you've got the stew and the sausages in there. Now comes the fun part. I'm making the mashed potato dumplings out of here. The mashed potatoes cooled down now, which is good. I have washed my hands.
When did you use your cake boss scoop?
Oh, that's an idea actually. So anyway, yeah, so rather than put that in there, I'll put it on another tray, because then my bucket's going to leak anyway. So then what, it does look, and it smells really, really nice. Same way, it's going to be the fun part with these potatoes.
Hey.
So there you go, so they're the potato dumplings. They haven't come up too bad actually, to be honest with you. So obviously it started to bubble around the outside of it, so I'm glad I put the lid on, I'm glad I put it in there. So then like I said, it goes in the oven then for 15 minutes. So there you go, there is our sausage casserole. It hasn't turned out like the picture does, obviously, but don't be on a professional chef anyway. So obviously it has burned a bit down on the tray, so I hope fingers crossed the dishwasher get that out.
About frozen sausages?
Yes, they're frozen sausages anyway, so quite impressed with the dumpling thing. So anyway, dish this up and we'll let you know what it's like in a minute.
That's this frozen.
Hey, good, how's that?
Yeah, it's like sausage and beans.
Is there? Nothing special?
What are those things?
They're kidney beans. They're fine to eat.
No, that's that. I got frozen sausages.
Yes, is that alright?
Nuts.
Are they? Okay.
And guys, with that, 4 days into 2021, it looks like maybe we might be in a situation where all the schools up and down the country are all closing until probably even beyond February half term. So, which is very, very scary in a way, because again, the kids are having to suffer because they're not in school, especially with my two, because they go to a special needs school. If they end up closing, then there's no form of work they can really do online with them, because they're not really set up for it, in my opinion, are they?
No, but obviously if Sammy does close off school, if he doesn't go to school, obviously there's plenty of stuff here Sammy can do, isn't there, things like that. It's got his science kits, and it's got all of his worksheets and stuff like that. Not many.
Yeah.
So, because one of the things I did say to Sam was, because obviously he loves about the old railway lines and things like that. I did say if his school is closed, something for him to do is find out the old railway. You know what I mean? Because if he had his way, he'd probably switch to his PlayStation all day. But hopefully, fingers crossed, they
Apparently, you can go on Google Earth and track the old lines.
Oh right, okay.
Yeah, because someone done it on YouTube. Someone done a video where you can see actually where the old train line used to run.
Oh, it's pretty cool, wasn't it?
Yeah, and also, guys, it's looking like we're heading into level 5. It's a restriction again, level 5 or something on the Nando scale,
It's
apparently.
a Nando scale, isn't it?
Yeah, so it looks like we're heading for 2 metre social distancing again. That means there'll be queues at the supermarkets again, and so on and so on. So, you know, once again, we need to fight through another period of our lives where we basically need to come out the other side if it need be. And hopefully, you know, by the time we get to summer, we should be somewhere on the mend.
Yeah. One thing I will say about, obviously, is about this vaccine. I know they're rolling out to like all the old people and things like that. But what I don't get is why aren't teachers or anybody who works with kids, do you know what I mean? Why aren't they high up the list, do you know what I mean?
Yep.
That's what I don't understand, because obviously, because I'm classed as an unpaid carer for Ben, technically I can get the vaccine if apparently I'm 4 or 5 on the priority list or something like that. So
You just have to wait and see when you get the notification.
exactly. So yeah, I know. Obviously, like I said, my dad's got his date come through for when he has his, because obviously Daddy's very, very high risk, isn't he?
Yeah.
So obviously he was having the mind about getting it done, but then he said if it helps get his normal life back, because obviously he's been having to shield again, because now stuff like that, he hates being out of the house, doesn't he?
I'll tell you what, sometimes I think to imagine what Ben's gone through over the last year nearly now.
I do.
And sometimes I don't really blame him for not really wanting to go out.
I don't actually, but see, bless him, he's quite happy at the
I'll
minute.
tell you, something's changed in the last couple of days. I don't know what has changed. Look,
He's been quite happy today again.
where's the mirage on the floor gone? He's not telling a lie, he has been down there today, but
Not much.
not as much.
Maybe it is the antihistamine been working, you know what I mean? So anyway, I just can carry on giving it to him. The testing part's going to be when he get in the car.
Yeah.
That is the testing part going to be. So
Trouble is, with what's going on again at the moment, do I really want to go through all that faff and hassle of taking him when hardly anyone's going to be there at the moment?
I know, it's just because obviously school differ. I know there is places there for the boys if you want them, but obviously I think we might just give it. Obviously, see what he says tonight.
He will announce school closures.
I know he will do.
School closures are coming.
I know they will, but what I'm trying to say is we'll see what he says tonight and just give the rest of the week a go and see where we go from there. I think there's anything we can do, really, isn't it?
Yeah, that's all we can do, guys. Yeah, like I said, we need to come out the other side, and hopefully it's going to be soon.
Let's hope so.
But this tunnel seems to be getting ever longer, and that light's not coming.
No. I know when they first announced they had all this vaccine, I know everyone was so happy, things like that. Now they've discovered this new strain, but then again, viruses
they need to know that this vaccine is actually working. That's
exactly,
the
they do, don't they? At the minute, they don't know if it's going to work or not. So,
trouble is, how long will that take before they know they've got a result from it?
Isn't it 14 days? But then again, now before you used to have 2 jabs, didn't you? It was 3 weeks apart. Now they've changed it to 12 weeks. So the gap's widening. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing with that. I really, really don't know. But
Yeah, so, the bad news keeps continuing, guys, and I don't know what to do, really, because, also tonight Liverpool are playing, and they're against Southampton at 8 o'clock, and I don't know, do you, Cheryl?
I don't know, to be honest with you, because I know you're worried about sports are going to stop again, aren't you? Stuff like that, so...
Anyway, I'm praying for our trip to Butlins this year. I really am. Honestly, I really missed that place last year, I do.
I know. And I think even Ben missed it as well, bless him, because obviously Sam was looking at some photos, and then Ben was went up there, was smiling and things like that, because even when we did our end of year review for obviously done the Butlers, when he was watching it, Ben was sat there, weren't he, looking at them on the telly and stuff like that, because again, Ben's grew up with Butlins, so is Sammy, so fingers crossed it still go ahead in the summer, you know?
Yeah, I know, but before anyone comments down in the comments below, I know we went to Park Dean, but with all the situations with Ben going on, half the time we had an issue of him just staying in the caravan for most of the time because of him wanting to lay on the floor.
Yeah.
Which was very, very stressful, and until you realise if you're there and dealing with it, then, I wouldn't even think about putting anything in the comments, because that was not a great trip in theory.
It wasn't a great trip, was it? It wasn't really a great trip, but...
And he just tried it just to try and put a smile back on his face.
Yeah.
But, he liked being on the beach, but it just got too hot and bothered.
He did get too hot and bothered, didn't he? But
Anyway, one good thing, our favourite little friends are back in the shops, those little cream eggs.
Cream eggs, we had 2 of them already.
Remember last year we done a vlog because she couldn't resist, and that happened in around February time.
I know.
This year she couldn't even resist before the new year came in.
I know.
Anyway, guys, thanks for joining us today, and as always, thank you very much for getting us over the 5k mark. The PO box will come soon, but until this COVID thing's over with, then I don't think I really want to go ahead and set it up at the moment.
No, I don't.
Yeah, until that is said and done, then no, I'm not even going to bother. Anyway, guys, thanks for joining us today. But as always, if you want to get in contact or talk, we're on Facebook and everything else, Twitter and Instagram as well. All coming up in a minute in the end.
They're all down below, so...
And don't forget our eBay stores there as well.
It is. Anyway, guys, I want to say thanks for watching.
See you tomorrow for
See
Tuesday.
you tomorrow. Bye, guys. Think positive, we can get through this again. Bye, guys.
Where are you going? Can I come to? Tell me don't walk away. Don't walk away.